Welcome back. So excited that you are here joining us on a Saturday morning. We are counting down the hours until the big game tomorrow. Already coming up so fast. There's going to be plenty of people that are partying. We have Duke Remley with Sober AF Entertainment joining us this morning about how we can celebrate responsibly without popping the bottles. Good morning to you, Duke.
Good morning, Lauren. Thanks for having me. This is really big.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for
really
bringing
excited.
in all of this stuff. Tell me a little bit about how you started Sober AF Entertainment.
Sure. So I got sober at 21 years old. And a big part of that for me was a sober support group inside the Grateful Dead. And then fast forward to about 28 years later, there was a issue with my 16-year-old and my 20-year-old. Their communities was getting blown up by alcohol and drugs. So we came up with this idea of like, you can't ask kids not to do drugs. You got to kind of show them, because if they show up at a sporting event, it's all beer pong. And if they show up at a concert, you know, it can be this ecstasy rave culture. So asking them not to do drugs when everybody appeared to be doing drugs and they're the weirdo if they didn't, came up with this idea. So since 2018, we've hosted 350 sober tailgates and have had sober sections inside Nuggets, Avs, Rockies, DU, CU basketball. We've done events in 27 different states. So really just trying to make it a cool culture that if you decide not to drink, you don't feel like you're the weirdo, right? Because that's the biggest issue, is the stigma about not drinking.
And tell me a little bit more about that, because people do automatically assume sometimes that if you're not drinking, it's not as fun. And that's so not the case. It's not true.
Right. But it is the biggest stigma, I think, and the biggest issue. You know, we're losing about 100,000 kids every single year to accidental drug overdose. So we're really trying to show people that it's okay if you do it, and if you try the sober lifestyle. So we've had this kind of amazing run of doing this. And like, I had this moment when I was about 22 years old. I got my first job. This woman was retiring. I went to the retirement party and they're pouring champagne, right? And they're gonna make this big speech. And I don't know what to do. Like, I don't drink. And, you know, it'd be really rude of me not to take the drink. And do you take the sip? And by the time the champagne came to me, I just turned the glass upside down, right? It was super awkward, but the guy next to me says, well, there's more booze for the rest of us. And I was like, oh, that's it, right? It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
But really, it comes down to how do we kind of protect our kids right now? The drug environment is so deadly. And really trying to convince them that it's okay to take a night off, right? And it could save a life.
I haven't drank in, it'll be 3 years in February.
Oh, right.
So I know, my guy, I know it can be kind of hard to not drink in these situations when there are so many people around you drinking. Do you have any advice for someone who's not drinking in this scenario? Just what to say, what to do, how to act?
Sure. So there's a lot of things you can say. You know, one of my favorites is I'm allergic, right? And people really don't seem to care as much as I think they care, right? And that's it. So you're allergic, you're taking the night off, you're going dry January, you're pregnant. Just kidding, you don't want to say that. But, you know, just kind of have some fun with it, and it's really no big deal. And it's, you know, you can turn it on them. Like, why is it a big deal to you? You know, I'm drinking a Coke, or I'm drinking, you know, water, or, you know. People say, you not drink? I'm like, no, I drink. I just, you know, drink coffee, you know, or orange juice, or, you know, something else.
I think especially now in 2026, people just don't really care, you know? You should just say, nah, I'm good today, I'm fine. And then people don't even question it. Everyone's having a good time. As long as you got a smile on your face, it doesn't matter, right?
I think it's important for people who are on the other side to realize that, hey, it's really awkward that first year of the not drinking, right? And have some non-alcoholic drinks available at this tailgate. And if you're the non-drinker, you have to bring non-alcoholic drinks sometimes, because people don't think that way, right? Because for us, you know, we're walking into a scenario and you're expecting non-alcoholic drinks, but hey, it's like New Year's, right? It's a giant tailgate. You know, it's the divisional championship game. So you're going to walk into this thinking, and you may not want to just drink water for 4 hours, right? So bring your own drinks is my suggestion.
Yep, just come prepared. Dude, thank you so much. Really appreciate you being here this morning.